Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. What upgrades do we have available? What are we talking about? Okay, just access to items that we will be able to get once we actually buy a truck. Anyways, we are continuing our new career mode. We're still at the very beginning. I don't even think we have enough money to buy a truck yet. You can go ahead and get a loan to. Oh, this is different. I don't remember there being a used truck option. This is new. Vehicle has significant mechanical. Oh, okay. Permanent wear. I didn't know this was a thing. All right, sorry. Let me get through my intro first. I got super distracted by shiny things. We're continuing our career mode. We've only done a few of the just quick loads because that's all you really have access to at the beginning, unless you want to take out a loan to buy a truck. I would much rather avoid taking out a loan if at all possible. It doesn't seem like. Well, okay, I guess some of these have better condition than others. Are we going to get any ones that have worse condition? I mean, doesn't seem like. What's the point in offering a truck if you're going to offer it for almost the same price as buying a new one? Okay, well, it doesn't seem like the used truck market here is going to help me very much, so that's fine. I think we're going to continue just doing these quick markets, but how about we go to one of the truck dealers at a considerable discount? That's nice. Let's go to we'll go to the Peterbilt truck dealer, I guess. And let's see what they have available here. So, yeah, $112,000 for this guy. It's just so expensive. This is my favorite style of truck. Ugh, I love that. But the turning radius for those sucks so bad. Okay, I don't think we're ready to buy a truck quite yet. And the used trucks that are available right now, I mean, yeah, $80,000, that's a much better price than 100 and some odd thousand, but I don't know. Permanent wear of 1%. I mean, this might be an option just to get us into a truck at some point. Well, at any rate, we're not quite ready to do that just yet. So let's do a few more jobs so we can start making some money. Probably want to start looking at different cities to start in to see if we can make a little bit more money. Because, like, that's $10,000 for what? For not that many miles. It's what? 236? So we'll make double the amount of money. Yeah, I think we'll probably take this one. I don't even know what the load is. Does it tell me what the load is right here? How do I don't remember how. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing the job. We're transporting propane. Just so you know. I didn't realize that double clicking on it was going to do that. That's fine. I was planning on taking the load anyway, so let's just look back. Oh, it's this kind of truck. Okay, let's go ahead and get on this then. Well, anyways, I guess that's what we're doing here. So, as always, I will do my best to try to provide you with riveting conversation as we continue. Can I see I can see the mirror here, so I'm going to get rid of that extra mirror because we don't really need it. Let me keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that mirror. Keep an eye on the trailer to make sure we don't slam the propane tank into something that we don't want to slam it into. We got to come up here, take a left turn, then a right. Do a bunch of stuff. I gotta get used to you can't adjust the sensitivity of the brakes, so, and I'm using a controller for this, so that's not the best. Okay. Get ourselves on the road again. We watched part of Shrek yesterday, and now all I can think about is Donkey singing the song. Going a little too fast. I think that's a highway over there that we're going to be getting on, so hopefully the speed limit will go up a little definitely don't want to be doing 30 miles an hour for 230 miles. And that's going to take forever. Trying not to get stuck at this light. Alright, so we're up to 45 now. Hopefully we can get on a freeway here soon and get up to at least 55. I'm not interested in doing these ridiculous. It's already slow enough on the freeway. We don't need to be doing 45 for very long. It's back down to 30. We gotta get out of this little village area, or little town area. This is ridiculous. So we're driving out to Arizona, I think is what it said, right? We're driving out to Arizona, open up another town. That's part of the initial phase of your career doing this is just unlocking a bunch of cities, driving from place to place and unlocking cities. All right, so I'm gonna cut until we're done with this part and ready to turn to the right because we're not gonna sit at this light. I'm not gonna make you guys wait for that. Okay, I think we might be able to make this right turn here before the light changes. And we need to make a left turn up here at the next one. Hopefully it'll change to green before we get there. We won't have to stop again. I'm really not a fan of driving in the city this way. I don't think anybody... I have to imagine that most truckers prefer to be out on the freeway. Oh, good. We got a nice left turn green. So that's perfect. A little too fast. A little too fast. All right, here we go. I got to remember that the turning radius for this style of truck is terrible. What was that? Weird noises coming out of the truck. Because I've gone too fast? I don't know. Seems like there's been a lot of updates since the last time I seriously played this game. I get the bad feeling that we're going to be on these slow roads for a while. Yeah, I think I'm taking some of this stuff too fast, and I'm getting, like, I don't know if it's damage noises, or it's just tires are screeching, or I don't know. I've never had that experience before, so maybe it's because I generally play with, oh no, I generally only play with penalties turned off, so I don't know what that would be. Must be some new physics that I'm not aware of. It looks like we're finally going to be getting on a freeway here pretty soon, so that's good. I wasn't even really paying attention to where we were starting from, so I don't even know what city we're in. I was trying to get the load information, and I couldn't remember how to do it. It really doesn't like it when I take those corners too fast. I don't remember that being something that was simulated. At least not with the noises that I'm hearing. Alright, we're going to get over here on the freeway and finally get past all of this ridiculousness. Oh, come on. Thanks a lot, dude. Why is he like... He's like in my lane. What a jackass. Move. He was like all up in my lane. Like, I get he's a truck, but dude, you don't just go into someone's lane when there's another truck right there next to you. That's my lane. Stay out of it. Jackass. And then I get penalized for that because he drifted into my lane. get our cruise control going. Can I see what it's set at? There we go. Cruising speed 55. All right, so we got 200 miles to go. Should take us about another 10 minutes to do all that. So ideally, by the time we get done with this episode, we'll be finished. Or by this episode. By the time we get done with this load, we'll be at the end of an episode, and it'll be a good stopping point for us. So we are definitely not getting off here. Yeah, you. How about? Ooh, I didn't even see him. Yeah, I'm not a good driver apparently. I in real life, I pay much more attention, but I don't know. There's something about the way this game works that even when I look at my mirrors, I don't see things as well as I normally do. Well, it's also that I don't have my mirrors adjusted because every time I get into a new truck, it changes my mirror position, and I'm too lazy to mess with the mirrors every time. So I'm not getting the same kind of field of view that I would normally get. So that may be an excuse. Fine. If it's an excuse, that's fine. But once I buy a truck, I get it nice and set up exactly the way I want it. And I also get used to the sight picture of where all of the gauges and mirrors and all that stuff is, and I get myself into a kind of an automatic scan that I get into. So ideally, once we pick a truck and buy it and get it set up and configured the way we want it, a lot of these stupid things that I do will go away. Because right now, you know, my mirror is basically cut in half on the left side, and the only way to fix that is to bring up the interface mirror for the left side, and I don't want to do that. It's bad enough I have to bring up the mirror over there on the right side there, but for me to see the mirror, I have to do that every time, and that's not the most terrible thing in the world, but I'd rather not. It's not super intuitive to do it that way. And it also means I have to take my hand off the stick to do that. Which I guess isn't horrible, but whatever. Burning through the miles pretty quick, it seems like. Nice desert terrain. What direction are we heading in? I don't even know. I forget what the button is for changing the map orientation in the truck. I know there's a way to cycle through your map information. Nope, that's not what I was looking for. There's a button that will cycle through your map's information. Oh, this one, F5. So, okay, we're going east on the 10. So, yeah, we're definitely driving through the desert at this point, as is obvious by the terrain. Yeah, duh, we're driving through the desert. But I just wanted to verify that we're driving east through the desert and not, like, traveling north or something. Because I remember we were supposed to be heading east towards, I think, maybe Flagstaff or something like that. I only got a glimpse at it before I double-clicked on it and made the mistake of accepting a job that I wasn't really paying attention to. Oh well. You live and you learn. Cool little windmills. They're interesting to drive by in real life. Yeah, there's not much going on other than now we're just kind of driving down the freeway. And unfortunately, you can't see the license plates very well, so you can't even play the license plate game, the license plate game in this simulator. I'm sure there's probably a zoom option that you can pick to do that, but I don't know. Stop up here. It'd be nice to get out of California and be able to maybe do like 70 miles an hour instead of this 55 crap. I generally, when I'm playing by myself, I turn the penalties off so I can just drive as fast as I want to drive, because while I enjoy driving for the most part, making this take as long as it takes driving at the actual speed limits is a little bit much. I really wish that there was a way to do time-lapsing for the videos in real time. so I can make it so I can just have music playing in the background maybe, and then maybe it's only capturing every one frame every couple of seconds or something like that as it's recording, so that way it just does the time lapse for me. That would be pretty sweet. I think there's a way where you can set up your scenes to do something like that, but I researched it and I couldn't find out the specific way to make that work. So, fortunately, that 70-mile-an-hour speed limit sign does not apply to us. But we're down to 100 miles now, so should be arriving relatively soon. Especially since it's all freeway driving for the most part. You can't tell me that I can't do 55 around these curves. You're telling me that I'm messing with the truck by doing that? Talk about right now. I don't want to get too much into things like politics or anything like that, because all that does is offend people, and I'm not here to offend people. I'm here to provide you with entertainment and enjoyment and an escape from the world that you're living in right now. So what can we talk about that would be interesting to talk about but not provocative? I don't know. Maybe something related to trucking. Travel. I know that my dream is to get into a sailboat and travel the world, and it would be great if I could get it set up with a computer setup that would allow me to do this full time and make money while I'm doing it. How awesome would that be? My favorite sailboat design is the Sea Runner Trimaran. I don't know why, but it's always been a design that just really caught my eye. And the frustrating thing is that there's one for sale up in Seattle, and I am on the West Coast. There's a perfect boat up for sale. That's only like 10 grand. But as is always the case in my life, deals like that only come up when I'm flat broke and I don't have the money to do anything about it. So I sit there and look at the Craigslist ad. It's up there. It's teasing me. It's making me look at it, and then I'm like, I wish I could say, hey, I'll come up and buy your boat, but I don't have 10 grand to give them for that. So as much as I'd love to snag it, as much as it would be a good home with me, because I would fix it up and turn it into a cruising boat and do all those things, I don't have the ability to give them that kind of money. I don't have the ability to give them really any money. So, that's the whole point of me really focusing on my channel right now, is that I've been unemployed for a while and life hasn't been really hooking me up lately. And I'm hoping that this will turn into something that's a long-term option for me that doesn't rely on some company deciding that they don't need me anymore. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm really at a phase in my life where I'm trying to find remote options for work. It seems like, companies in general just really don't want you to work remotely, because they don't have that feeling of control over you. And I feel like that's a really terrible attitude for companies to have, because number one, remote workers require much less infrastructure on your end to provide for them. You just need to provide them with a computer and maybe internet access, and that's it. So it seems pretty short-sighted to me from a cost standpoint, because you don't have to provide an office or a lot of the overhead infrastructure that, and I think most remote workers would be perfectly fine with providing their own internet service too. Just like they're perfectly willing to provide their own vehicle to get to work, I'm perfectly willing to pay for my own internet service, so you don't even have to pay for a bunch of different internet providers. Just, equate it to, that's your commute to work. You're paying your monthly internet bill is your cost to commute to work. But the real reason why these companies don't want it is they want to feel like they're in control. They want to feel like they're in control of you. They want to feel like you are there and they're the boss and yeah, you're my employee. They don't say it. They'll never admit to it, but it's that feeling of, I worked really hard to be the boss and now I want to be the boss. And I can't feel like I'm the boss if you're not here here and I can tell you what to do. That's the real reason. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they are lying to you. None of these big companies gives a crap about cost effectiveness or anything. Like, they do to some degree, but in reality, they just want to be in control of you. That's one of the big reasons why they became the boss, because they didn't want anybody controlling them. They want to be in control, and they can't feel like the big bad boss if you're not there in the office with them. That's the long and the short of it. Which sucks. It sucks for those of us who want to be able to work in a remote capacity, but are unable to find opportunities because everybody's looking for remote opportunities, and more companies are starting to pull away from the remote thing because now the pandemic isn't as big of a deal and everybody's back in the office now. So it looks like we're crossing the state border here. Yep, now we're up to 65, but we're at our destination, so it doesn't really provide us with any additional benefit here. We're going to go ahead and get this truck parked, deliver our load, and I think we are going to go ahead and be done for this episode because we have passed the 20-minute mark. We don't really have time for another load after this one. What do we got? Nothing here. I'd like crash into the truck and crash into the car there because he's taking his sweet, sweet time getting out of my way. But we'll figure it out. All right, so it looks like we're going into this gas station here. We'll go ahead and pull into here. And it looks like we're going to have to swing around to the other side. I can't tell if that's the front or the back, but I guess we'll find out here in a second. So let me look over here. Is it? Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're good here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves lined up. Hopefully this is good enough. Okay, cool. So we can unload this, and we are done with this load. So hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and shares the video with more people. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so now because it's extremely important for you to be able to see new videos when they come out because they'll show up in your video feed. And as I said towards the beginning, or at least I think I said towards the beginning, I do have channel memberships now available for those of you who enjoy my content enough to want to support me financially. So there is a join button at the bottom of the video screen where you can sign up for exclusive perks. I do intend on starting a weekly live stream that will provide some kind of exclusive access to you. I don't think I'm going to limit my audience, but I probably will limit participation to those of you who choose to support the channel. So there definitely will be valuable things if you enjoy my content enough that you think that the money's worth it. Again, hopefully you had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and have a great day, guys.